Welcome to GMD live stream. I'm going to be running Beasts and Barbarians for the GMD premium members and patrons that support me over at www.gmdonline.co.uk. This is session 18. It is only a prelude test to see if I need to make any adjustments for our live game that's starting tomorrow night at 7 p.m. UK time, which will be Law, which is built in the GMD core role-playing game, which we are play testing. So we're going to be using Fantasy Grounds tonight to run Beasts and Barbarians, which is a Savage Worlds game. Highly recommend it. It's a fantastic system, and we are loving the campaign so far. Introducing you to the crew that we got here. We've got Grarcold, a barbarian that's just rescued his sister from the clutches of the Mountain King. I'll go into some further details shortly. Then across from the left there, you can see Yamea, who is a sorceress that has been brought up in one of the monasteries high up in the icy mountains of the north, beyond the borderlands of Northheim. But her and her ward, which is Fulgrim, who a eunuch who's madly in love with each other, but fate has cast them a fatal blow indeed. They managed to escape the monastery after the mists came and the flesh eaters amongst the mist come along and started devouring everybody. And Fulgrim got Yamea to safety. Then there's Rastan, currently the chief of Caledon. Well, let's just get my volume down to about 4%. There we go. Who is betrothed to Carla. They've had a bit of a short wedding, getting together. Carla got kidnapped. They've had to go and rescue Carla, chieftain's daughter, after he was brutally murdered by apparent trolls, which wasn't, it was cultists that had come in disguised with illusions. Kidnapped the chieftain's daughter for retribution for stealing their sacred tome of Hulain. The tome has led the party in deep into an abandoned temple where they have reclaimed the axe of Hulain, which is needed for their conquering of the forces of evil. And it has helped greatly when they went off into search after the occupants of Caledon, for when they returned after rescuing Carla, they found Caledon in smouldering ruins, and cannibals had stolen them, all the occupants, away to the Mountain King's lair, deep within the swamps of despair. Our heroes have ventured through the swamps, rescued their people, and have returned back to the carcass of Caledon. And that's where we've left the session so far, with the armies of the Mountain King, who has been slain by Fulgrim with the axe of Hulain, after rescuing all of their loved ones, but leaving the occupants of the Mountain King rather enraged. So, the year is 2510, the Beasts and Barbarians. For eternity was guarded by the king, insanity with the power that it brings. For madness reigned in the halls of the Mountain King. But now rage and fury shall follow. The Mountain King has been slain by the wielder of the axe of Hulain. Only sorrow is left to dwell in the darkness of the mountain, and Alira's scream echoes throughout its shadowy halls. Azeroth! She cries, vengeance! As you reclaim your champion, ready for the day of darkness. Alira collapses, prostrated on the floor where the once body of Andos Rule laid. I summon the curse of curses. May it bring suffering to my brother, so that he may feel my pain. Rastan! She screeches at the top of her voice. You shall feel the wrath of Hordan! Curses to you! And to you! And the Northmen! She says, her eyes going dark as she stares into the fire pit. Alira's voice trails off into the exhausted whisper, but she is not alone in the icy caverns. A breeze blows past her ears. I hear you, child. It shall be as you wish, my faithful servant. Oh, getting terrible lag there. So I may have to reduce my FPS. I've got it at 30, that should be okay.
What
resolution, just go check. Output scaled resolution is 1280 by 720. Canvas is 1920 by 1080.
You might need to reduce the resolution just because the upload pipe might.
Yeah, because of the music as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a tuning site for streamers. You might want to go through that to see what you can reduce and improve to.
Yeah, I've done some settings and stuff, so this is what today's about. It's about testing it. Okay, but the recording for the website is still going okay as well. I'm wondering if it's because I'm recording as well. Could be that the family upstairs could be watching TV or something. So, anyway, the lost scrolls of Colossus warn of the impending doom to befall on the lands of man. A lost Fabricarian prophecy states that Shikani and her evil goddess would be destroyed if fought with an army led by a single man. This was all before the rise and the fall of Xandor and the making of the borderlands, where the north boils with rage and fury. And what the lost scriptures of Colossus actually said was, in fact, that this prophesied army was led by a single man, loved by all and holds no power over them. A man who has known loss and fights for those who wait for him on the afterlife. A man who follows his own destiny, not that of any god. A man revered as godly in his own right, a savage. So starts the third chapter of Beasts and Barbarians, Blood and Glory. The snow falls softly about you. Hundreds of rescued prisoners, mainly from the town of Caledon, surround you at the base of a small hill. Behind you is the snow-covered carcass of Caledon itself. The townsfolk look upon it. Some have tears streaming down their faces. Others, anger etched firmly upon them. Yet many stare blankly into the distance, lost to the ways of the world. Their memories filled with those who are no longer with them. Furthermore, in the distance, out of the swamps, the enemy comes, their horns blasting across the snowdrifts. Their dreams are of killing you all, but the drums are beating. Boom, boom, boom. And a host of cannibals led by a large man with dark hair, that of shadow, a horned helm and a gleaming broadsword, standing upon a chariot pulled by white bears. General Dral. But there is no sign of Alira in the rising sun that glistens across the snowy battlefield. And marching out of the swamps of despair come the trolls, the direwolves, and men ready to bring you back to the mountain of their dead mad king. The worried, panicked townsfolk look to you all for salvation and answers, all armed and ready to fight. What should we do? Bastard! Save us! They're coming! Go ahead, Rastan.
I get to the front and to inspire the courage, I walk along the lines. So the only thing we can do, my townspeople, is pick up arms and defend her for our lives. We must defend Caladan.
They start cheering. Yeah, yeah. Who will lead us?
And now follow us. Our deaths, spend our lives. Whichever the case, it's going to be a fun day.
They all nod. Determination on their face, inspired by you, Carla. Grarcold by their side, Turner standing there with the sun gleaming off his bronzed armour, Dar with his animals about him, Fulgrim towering over Yamea in a dark skin. Go ahead, Yamea.
Fulgrim, my love, let me patch your wounds before this next battle begins. I'd like to use heal on him.
Oh yes, you got a little bit as the enemies seem to be jostling into position. Okay, -2 to that healing roll because Fulgrim has currently 2 wounds sustained from the last bout with the Horde of the Mountain King. Oh, do you want to penny that?
I shall.
Oh, here it goes. Would you like to penny that?
Yep.
Good start of the game. Burn those pennies. Yes. 1 wound is healed. Are you happy with that, or would you like to penny that?
That'll do.
I'm sure Fulgrim can deal with having a wound upon him. Are you fatigued at all? No. Anybody fatigued? Because there's been no time to remove it, unfortunately. Okay, so go ahead, Rastan, as Yamea is weaving her magic to heal Fulgrim.
I'll carry along the front lines. I say, I understand you want to defend Caladan, and you're going to put lives on. What I ask of you is to defend your future. And I'll point over to Carla. So Carla is currently carrying your next king. My child, defend our future.
They all start looking amongst themselves, shocked. Is this so? They're asking. Oh, we can't believe it. Go ahead, Turnos.
Astan, whilst we're scattered, we'll be cut to pieces. We must come together in a defensible position that will break their lines as they approach, and then we can chop them up when they are scattered.
Thanos, I hand you the reins. You are a strategist among us. You know battles. Thanos, do it.
I look around then for part of the town which would be defensible in some sense by the number we have. And I tell people to start to fortify that area very fast by putting up debris, barricades, things like that. I tell everybody to grab themselves a weapon and keep someone at your side at all times. And be ready to take orders.
Listening to your command, they burst into action. The northern part of town that's facing the enemy has got most of its walls in place. Although the town is a burnt carcass, there's still wagons and plenty of debris, and they start patching up holes with this bits of debris. But there's plenty of ways to come round, and the buildings obviously also hold some good choke points.
I shout out one more thing. If you're armed, see if you can find a shield as well, or make something into a shield for yourself.
And they all start fashioning weapons, protection, etc. Go ahead, Dar.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna look to someone, try to up some of the wildlife that's around in the wintertime to help fight with us. Thinking like a true beastmaster.
Okay, there's not much wildlife knocking around. It is in the middle of winter. The snow lays all across the plains that surround Caledon. You are, unfortunately, unless you've got a card to play, only got your own animals at your side. Go ahead, Rasta.
I said to Tanos, we need a group that, whatever, you know what them trolls need. I need burning.
Very good idea. So I give orders for any of the blacksmiths that still survive, or anybody who still lives that can get together a flammable material that we can set alight easily. So prepare pots of oil that we can boil up and throw at them, and burning pitch and stuff like that. Whatever we can find in the debris of the town.
Okay, who's going to lead this sort of scavenge? Because the buildings and everything has been burnt and lost most of its properties here to reburn. We're going to need someone to do survival on this. So I'm going to go down the X list. Dar, you're next. Oh, no, that was Rastan. Sorry, Fulgrim.
No, I cancel. I ain't got survival, so.
No worries. So it's going to be Dar. Okay, Dar, give us a survival check, please. Excellent. You are able to muster up, despite the carnage here, plenty of burnable materials and pots of oil that have sort of still laying around that has not been consumed by the destruction of Caledon. And between you and a select member of the survivors, you start to put together a basic sort of kit to be ready for Tonus's command. So you start to burn up a big fire pit in the middle of the town as well. So you've got this fire going. Go ahead, Tonus.
Say to Rastan, one other thing. We want to defend ourselves, but we want to kill them, destroy them. So part of our defenses, I don't know whether you think this is a good idea, but maybe we can build a killing zone. This is where we make one part look weak, them in there, and they're ambushed in that part. I don't know how we can set this up and try and kill as many as we can that way.
We can do that, Tanos.
As you and all of the occupants of Caledon are getting ready, suddenly a huge blast of a trumpet horn echoes across the battlefield. And you see, leading the cannibals, trolls, and the direwolves. General Dral and his chariot been pulled by white bears. And they're preparing to head towards the town. The preparation time is over. So, I'll give a bonus for the mass battle, which we'll be using the knowledge battles. Let's bring that into the screen so people can see. The knowledge battles, part of the Savage Worlds mass battle rules system. And it'll all affect the roll at the end of each turn of the battle. So, our defenders, we will use Turnos's. Oh, I may have to take it off.
Cut out there.
Sorry, yeah, we're going to use your
Didn't hear that.
token. We're using your token. I was trying to think of the word there for a minute. So we're going to use your token as, there it is, the quantity of defenders. You have 4 tokens against the attacker's 10, because they vastly outnumber you. Where have we got? Go ahead, Rockhold.
I am going to play a card.
Oh, here it goes.
Good. We've found some more people.
Yep, surrounding. I'm thinking surrounding farms or whatever. Join the fight. You know.
Oh no, I got perfect for that. Remember Sven?
Vaguely.
My mate.
The Northman who absolutely adores Rasta.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right, I shall go through that in a minute. Let me just get one more thing up. Where is it? I'm after a... There it is. That's the
I
one.
believe I'll play a card as well.
So you've gone for Here Comes the Cavalry as well. There we go. I'm gonna...
I think we need
Well, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to play these scenes out prior to the battle, which will increase the amount of tokens. Okay, so we can have a bit of role play with that. What do I need to add here? Let's get
I'm actually wanting to play a card in sort of hearing Grockold's farms deal. No, I'm thinking we're in the mountains to the north, mountain goats and so on.
Okay, if you've got cards, yeah, okay. We'll discuss the cards now.
Figuring out how to find them fast enough for me, or how to call them out fast enough for me to get to them.
Right, so I just...
Or for them to start coming to me.
I just realised I'd forgotten set up General Dral. So I needed a chieftain template there. So sorry about that. Of all the prep I've done, I actually done the image, but I hadn't got any stats linked into my thing here. So what we got? Go ahead, Yamaya.
I'd also like to play a card, please.
Oh, here come the cards. Here come the cards. Oh, okay.
got them all coming in.
Yeah, we've got them all coming. Right, so let's have a look at how this is going to transpire. So, Here Comes the Cavalry from Rastan then will be Sven. And his Northmen from across the Godax River. Garcold, how has the angry mob? Let's get that into play. So you've got a bit of freedom here, bearing in mind that we've got Sven coming with, here comes the cavalry, and he's going to bring a whole token of defenders with him. So what about your angry mob? I reckon the angry mob will add a token as well. So we're going to increase it to 2 tokens. So what's your angry mob?
I'm just thinking like, you know, villages that have been destroyed or terrorized by whatever, they answer to put a stop to it.
How about along that line then, a nearby town there's survivors from a raid, and they come seeking solace in Caledon. And Garcold, you're at the sort of southern gate, gathering materials for this defence to help bolster the northern wall. And you see 30 odd, I would say 20 to 30 men and women coming up the road from the east. They're following like the trail from the east and towards the southern sort of portion of the town. "Ho there, Caledon!" cries their leader towards you. And you're the only one there, Garcold.
You guys look like you could use some help, and so could we. Would you mind joining us for the fight that's going to be starting soon?
What happened to Caledon? We came here seeking solace. And he steps forward and offers you his hand.
I take it, and I basically TLDR version of what happened to Caledon, where it was ambushed and we chased after people who ransacked and came back to.
After a long moment of you telling your tale to these survivors, they say, "It seems we cannot escape our destiny. We will fight with you, Garcold. We will fight with you and Caledon. Well, help them with their defences." And the men and women rush into the town. And Garcold leads this new sort of contingent of warriors into Caledon. And Rastan, coming across the river and towards you, you see a host of Northmen. "Oh, Rastan, it is I, Sven. I seek audience with you."
Sven, if there is a God, he surely answered our calls. You're well needed here, brother, and I knew you couldn't.
Excuse me. He comes over and he grasps you in a bear-like hug.
It's to be two I owe you, Sven, if you...
I saw the smouldering smoke for days. We've been searching everywhere for you. We have not been able to find you. And now you have a host at your doorstep. Perhaps we can aid you in this battle.
Of course you can. More the merrier. Perhaps this is what will bring our tribes together. South and north. May the kingdom live forever. We slayed the Mountain King. That's why the host has come to.
He narrows his eyes. A union between the Borderlanders and us of Northheim. It is an unlikely truce, but if there could be a bridge be built for this to happen, it would be built here, in blood and glory.
In that case, we're glad to have you standing next to me. See that big guy with them bears?
He looks over. I see him. Him and his bears. I will kill him, skin his bears, and we will wear them capes.
And chew on their bones tonight over a mead. Haha.
He laughs, smacks you over the shoulder. Where do you want us?
Front and centre, then. With me.
Gladly. On the famous, come on! And he takes all his men and they go marching towards the northern wall. Okay, what's this? Next is Revelation by Dar. Your hero finds all the information available when doing research and realizes critical information. Okay.
I'm sitting there thinking,
what we
my
do?
knowledge of the animals and where they are.
Okay, so some of them come along and you're able to go and hunt them down to, probably across the Godax River in the few hours that you've had to prep and bring back some of the animals. But what the revelation is more to do with hints and like clues and answers to riddles. So what we do here is I'll give you a bonus for that card, because as you come back with these animals, you suddenly notice a huge flaw in your defense that has been overlooked by Turnos, because he's right up the front ordering the men, and in your flank there is a like part of the actual building of Kane's Hall. It's the back wall of it has actually been fallen away, leaving the whole of the town exposed from that part of the northern area. So you've just discovered this as you've returned back to Caliban with a host of animals. So
Okay.
you'll need to let Turnos know.
Turnos, I see a weakness in our defenses.
Here
As you see
indeed.
me with as you see me with a bunch of like wolves or other various animals that would band together.
Well spotted, Dar. I'll send some people there now to build a barricade there. It's the one spot we hadn't seen.
Well, I wouldn't have spotted it either, as it was actually hidden away from most sight.
Oh, you brought new allies to our cause. Four-legged ones who can snip out things very easily. So thank you very much for that. We need every sword we can get and every tooth.
You managed to utilize some of the newcomers to sort of protect that area that's been exposed. The next is Contact by Yamea. Okay. How's this card coming into effect?
Okay, well, I've got two ideas if the first one doesn't work.
Okay, let's fire away. Let's see what we can make work.
Okay, so my first idea was that we could I could catch a glimpse of Mulbath as we're passing the swamps and tell him, that we have a great number of food items chasing us. If he would like to help us, they could all be his. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to pray to Hordan to send us some help in the fall.
Hang on a second. You've just hang on 2 seconds. You've just cut off at the pray to Hordan for the help of, and then I had a big lag spike.
Okay.
Sorry.
If the Mulbath idea doesn't work,
Okay.
I would pray to Hordan and ask her to send us some aid in the form of cultists that we've fought against before.
Okay. So, when you were walking through the swamps, or running through the swamps rather, to get back to Callum, there was no sign of Morbath. You will learn about that later. But you do pray to Hordan for guidance on this day. Let's see. That's the ruins I need. And open. Like that down there so you don't see that. Ah, yes. In your prayers, as you are by the fire and it's burning away, you're prostrated and you're chanting away to the chanting away, and you're praying away to the your goddess, to Hordan, and Hordan says nothing to you at all. It is quiet, but there is a chill on the wind, even though the warmth from the fire was at one point sweeping over you. Suddenly the spine chills, and you shudder, and the wind comes down. Ah, I hear you, Yemaya. It whispers, barely audible. The fog, I shall descend upon you. And with that, out of the north, you see the fog rising down across the Godax, engulfing the enemy and engulfing the town, which is going to give you a +1 into your defense, okay? Making it hard for the enemy to get in. But also, double-edged sword. We are ready for mass battles. Okay, so in the mass battles, some of you have done mass battles before, some of you have not. You will need to each tell me what you're doing to sort of during the actual battle. As I'll describe how it all starts and everything, and then you tell me what your action is in that battle. So you might want to be throwing spells about. It's not going to cost you any power points because you just make a single skill roll. That roll will determine how many wounds you take and also how much bonus you give Turnos to his knowledge battles roll at the end. We've already got +1 for the fog. We've got another bonus because of the revelation from Dar for bolstering up the hole in the halls of Cain. So it's +2. And then we're going to have some defensive tactics from Turnos using the northern wall. It's going to give you +3. So if I put that in there so I just remember, because I will forget. Actually, it might be better if I'm going to open up a new blank story, and this is this mass battles bonus, just so I can keep it nearby for knowledge later on. So in there, so far we've got +3. If I minimise that and put it down by the dice tower. Go ahead, Rastan.
For the mass battle, I was hoping to go over to Yemaya and ask her could she put her healing hands on me. It's just going to hinder me in this battle. Got a full king.
Of course, my king.
Oh, we got it there. And with that, she gives you the healing of Hordan. Washes over you, sews wounds. So you can remove that wound status on you there, Rastan.
Thank you, Mayor. Now I'm fighting fit to take out that general. Be safe. I'll see you at the end of...
You too, my lord.
Clasping up your axes, you make your way to the battle. Okay. Battle plans have been made. All of a sudden, in the fog, you can hear the enemy jeering from across the snowy plain. Or the fog clings to the ground, and all of a sudden, the echo of the enemy battle cry fills the air. In an almighty roar, they charge forward, blindly towards Caledon. Your defense has been masked, and it has begun. Round one. The first wave to hit are the cannibals. They come smashing straight towards the wall itself. And you hit it with force and start scaling up and trying to battle through the holes and the gaps, which are being vigorously defended by the survivors of Caledon, and also Mug's people from the swamps, because we rescued them, you've brought them with you as well. The trolls have not quite reached the battle here at this time. You can't see them, but you can hear them bellowing in the distance of the fog. You can hear the howling of the walls, and they come snarling, diving over the barricades, tearing into the defenders. Okay, next up, let's see which order you want to be taking part in this mass battles. You've X'd on your name, not your chat channel. Yeah, I'll correct that for you, buddy. Okay, so Turnos, even Turnos is getting involved in the battle, right? You don't have to, but it's entirely up to you, and it's what skills you wish to use as well. You tell me your actions, and I'll tell you what the skill check is I'm going to be looking for. 4 or more. Let's tell you what the results are. Mass battles, is it there? Battle modifiers. If I share this with you, not that one. You can see it all in the thing. I've got them all minimised here. Characters in battles, where is it? Oh, here. There you go. So, a failure means you're going to take 4d6 damage. Success, you give the side +1, but take 3d6 damage, that's 4 or more. You get a raise, you take 2d6 damage, but you give +2 to the battle roll. If you get 2 raises, 12 or more, you will be given the side +2, but it'd be such a heroic action that you've done that you will gain no damage at all. You gain inspiration and everything like that. So, starting with Rastan.
I was going to be fighting. Sorry, go on.
No, sorry. Go for it.
All I want to do is fight an arrow-shaped line through the cannibals, because I want to get to that general. I want to take out the leaders rather than the actual grunt. Chop off the head and the rest follow.
Okay, you make this attempt to dive straight through the ranks of cannibals to get towards General Droll, who still can't be seen. He's in the fog somewhere. Okay, give me your fighting check. Oh, nice one. Okay, we'll come to that in a minute. So, Fulgrim. Oh, you just got. Need to remove these cards. Hang on. How do I clear hand? If you're action cards, there must be a way to clear the hand. Oh, why don't I do that? And new turn. There we go. If I turn it to a chase tracker, it takes off all of the things we don't need. Right, brilliant. So that's an 8. You wouldn't have had the Joker. So it's still the same result. Fulgrim.
Okay, Fulgrim's basically going to be stood on the near the makeshift wall, defending the makeshift wall, and looking after your mayor. But it's also going to like try and intimidate the cannibals to kind of go fear him enough to not come in and strike, saying, "I've got the axe to Fulane, and come
Ooh,
near me and you die."
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, go for the intimidation then. Oh, nice. So you'll be fighting away, and then you've got this intimidating presence, which we'll come to in a minute. Markhold, let's get all the stats out of the way, and then we can narrate and role play each part.
Well, I can either I am fleet-footed, so I can help reinforce where we need to very quickly with my fighting. So I can basically, if there's a weak point, I can run over there fast and reinforce it. For now, for this round, I guess.
Yeah, so you're going to be battling around on different fronts. You've got fleet-footed, like you said, which will give you the ability to do that. Wherever you see a weakness happening, you can rush and bolster there with a group of these new men that you've welcomed into Caledon. So could you give me a fighting check? Oh, look at this nice rolls at the beginning. Two raises each so far. Next is your mayor. How are you affecting this battle?
I'm gonna cast Shadow Grasp at a group of cannibals, which is the entangle spell. Try and slow them down.
Okay, so you're going to be casting some magic. So give me a spellcasting check. What a roll, guys. So far, 2 raises each. Wait until you see the GM's roll. It's going to be on 1, isn't it? Turnos. Although you're commanding the battle, you're now getting yourself involved. How are you getting involved in this battle?
So I was going to ask that. So if I actually take actions as well, do I have to multi-action that with my knowledge battle roll?
No, not at all. But you could become injured, which will give a penalty to your battle roll due to the wounds. Or dead. Which then there is no battle roll.
Okay, I'm going to hand back and take no action yet then.
Okay, you're just going to monitor the first round of battle, giving commands from the back lines. Not a problem at all. Keeping safe for the first round until it gets a bit hectic, is it?
So, yeah.
Oh, go on. Yeah. We're going to move on to Dar. You still get a bit of a role play because I want to bring Alicini into this. So, Dar.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand with Rue and my animals in a completely oblivious open spot. The other animals are going to be sort of hidden that I brung down with me behind other areas, basically waiting to ambush them and strike them and kill them as they are lured into an ambush trap.
So you're going to try and ambush them. There is plenty of fog. I'm going to give you a +2 to a stealth check.
So yes, I'm going to basically, Turnos, you gave me this idea.
Okay.
And I have the animals to do it. That's the best part. So what do I need for this?
+2 on your stealth, please. As you sneak off into the fog with a host of animals. Bleating goats.
they'll be doing the screaming goat.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Another +2. Right. Okay. Have I got everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and a sit back for 6. Okay, so we have got the first round of battle. Rastan goes charging out, meeting the charge of the cannibals, hoping to bury his way through the battle and get to. I wonder if I've got that set up. Yes, I might just. No, I haven't. Right, I haven't got the special damage set up. I thought would be, so just quickly add in some mass battles. Since you're all on the same damage, which should be a raise 2d6. Should be okay. So mass battle 2d6. So let's see what the outcome on Rastan is. So Rastan, you go charging into the battle. You're fighting away. All of a sudden you find yourself surrounded by cannibals as they swarm past you and almost get through the hole which you exited. You cannot make any headway and you are pushed back on a fighting retreat back to the wall of Caledon. Brixham at your side. Rastan, we cannot get through. Perhaps later we must plug the hole.
Brixham, kill them all.
And together you're hacking and slashing through the cannibals as you retreat back to the hole, securing its defense. Fulgrim, you race to the back of the halls of Cain with a big opening. There you're screaming at the top of your voice, towering over all the defenders. The axe of Helene gleaming in your hands. The cannibals come racing towards the hole. You can see most of them sort of veer off to the left and the right, trying to find an easier opening rather than face you. But a clash does happen, and you wade in, swinging with the axe of Helene. Backwards and forwards, blood spraying everywhere. And I need 2d6 roll on you. Where are you, Fulgrim? There you are. Oh! Do you want to soak that? Oh my god!
Well, yeah.
Oh my god. You wanted to intimidate them.
Oh,
You brought
nice
attention. Nice soak indeed. I think that's just happy with that result? I don't think you're going to get much better,
No,
are
I
you?
ain't gonna get any better than that, GM.
Suddenly they smash up against the wall, burying into you all. You see one of the women go down as she slips on the blood that's spraying all over the floor. The spear goes flying, and just as a warrior comes burying down with an axe towards her head, you charge in. You catch the axe in your thigh, screaming as you pull it free and smash it into his face, killing him. Plugging the hole and still fighting on, blood pouring down your leg. Suddenly suddenly out of nowhere, Grarcold appears, helping to fight the enemy as they're trying to tear down through the back of the halls of Cain. Right. Pulling Fulgrim to safety, Grarcold. For a moment, you and your troops reinforce the rear of the halls of Cain, and you manage to get the upper hand again. As you and Fulgrim are Taking a breather, you hear a cry from outside. The flank! The flank is falling! The flank is falling! Come, Krakow, shouts one of the men. And a handful of men go racing out of the halls of Helene. Quickly! Turning tail, you race after them. To the flank, indeed, a host of the Mountain King's horde have poured into the town. But you fight off the remainder to plug the gap and stop any more coming in. A battle is going on behind you, but you fight valiantly to hold the flank. Okay, so next, is Yemaya. Yemaya stands towards the rear of the halls of Cain, conjuring up dark energies that come out of the fog. They wrap around the horde that are racing towards the hall itself. The defenders are not reinforced, and the battle for the rear of the halls of Cain have been won. Oh! Holy crap. Would you like to soak that, Yemaya?
Yes, please.
Nice one. Just what you needed. Out of nowhere, a spear comes hurtling straight for your head. What's happened? How have you soaked it?
I don't see the spear coming towards me at all. And suddenly Fulgrim gives a shout, and with his axe he knocks it to one side.
Fantastic. As he calls up, yeah! This huge height dwarfing you. Okay, I've dragged your soak over, and it's only taken one wound off. Now that's enough to completely ignore it, so I'll just delete it. There we go. Not doing my upkeep here. There we go. Okay, so, and you stagger back, falling onto your rump in surprise, but you've got your hand out in front of you, concentrating, keeping the writhing black and shadowy tentacles wrapping around the enemy in the fog. Dar, you can hear the battle all around you. The screams of the dead, they cover the snowfields with blood as you sneak up the flanks of the enemy with the animals in tow, using the deeper drifts. Let's see how you've managed to get on. Oh, it's a tactic that has paid off. You've come in round the left-hand flank, down by the river this is. So if you make a lot of the river bank and that, suddenly you see a group of wolves trying to outflank the whole of Caledon and coming behind them. Suddenly you and your animals race forward and attack them, hacking them back. The wolves yelp in pain and you push them back into the fog, back towards General Droll and his horde. After about 20 minutes, the battle has been raging on, and the team found themselves back into Caledon, taking a moment breather. And on that note, I'm just going to go and get a quick drink and be back in about 2 minutes. So we're going to have a quick break, if that's okay with everybody. And we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Right, the players are back. GM's back. I've got a glass of water for my poor throat. And we're ready to see what the outcome of the first round of battle is. So, we've got all these bonuses. Now, Turnos, this is going to turn out to be quite in your favour. We've already got a +3 sitting on the bonus box. And then we've got another +2, 4, 6, 8, 10 from the players, all given a +2 there. That's a total +13.
Okay, so you want me to roll knowledge battle plus.
Right, yes, you've not lost any tokens so far, so you know penalties.
Here we go.
You're not within a major fortification, but I have given you a bonus for your battle plans of the area. That's a fantastic roll. Okay.
Well, have the.
Oh, I'm doing the wrong pluses here. Sorry.
Have the trolls come into combat yet?
Not yet. They will do soon. It's just been the wolves and the cannibals. So looking on here, so you got 16 +1 for every token more. He gets plus. What have you got? We've got 6, 4 so far. So if I go down into the modifier box, the other screen swallowed my cursor. I was a little bit hungry. I haven't fed it for a while. So where is General Droll? There he is. So General Droll's got 2 bennies. I better put him on the combat tracker so I can mark his bennies, which will be separate from the GM bennies. So he's actually got quite a lot at his disposal for today. He's not really had a battle plan except for just a charge, so he's not going to get any bonuses. Bonuses are all from the players anyway. Has he got any advantages due to terrain and that? Not really, both equal there. It's got no artillery or support. The trolls are not engaged on this round of battle. So he's not going to get any for the heavy support of trolls for this round. But he has got +6. So let's see. Has that helped him? Has him not using the trolls in the first round been a mistake? Oh my God, no. It is not a mistake. So,
can I Benny my own?
Of course you can. You may Benny that.
Hey, just a second. Okay, here we go.
I am trying to find.
Hold that line! Swing the right flank round now!
Just in time, just what he needed. Right, mass battles. That's the one I want. Okay. Okay, so it says here, casualties. Each success and raise causes the other side to lose 1 token of casualties and generally distributed throughout their force. So, you've won and you've knocked the enemy down by a token whilst maintaining the force. You've got losses, but in relative sort of losses to the enemy, they've lost more. So each round in which the enemy loses a token, or an army, loses a token, their leader must make a morale check. It's a spirit roll modified by circumstance below. There's a reason we're not doing that, but you'll find out in a few turns to come. The enemy can't retreat, you can't retreat. So it's a battle to the death. Oops, I just meant to minimise that one. But Caledon is winning. Tenos, you're shouting, you're bolstering the defences. The cannibals fade off into the fog, giving Caledon a moment's breather. And that's where you hear them. The call of the trolls. And you can feel the ground tremor as they come stampeding towards Caledon. If you got that card, this is the time to play it.
Okay, just a second.
So we go into round 2.
I've lured the trolls into a fiery killing zone, which is going to give me +2.
Brilliant. And that coincides with what I've got coming. Where is... That's the ruins. There it is. Oh, we got a terrible lag going on there. Just answer this. Did anybody see the message on the stream?
Wasn't watching the stream.
What, the one where you said you'd be right back?
Yeah, is there... somebody said they've sent a message, but I can't see it. Never mind. It might be because I've not got it set up. Or I might not be watching the right channel. So if I go to my channel. It might be an idea if... Just hide that for a minute. Okay, so let's get back into the game anyway. And we'll worry about that for next time. So we've got a card, Unexpected Insight, been played.
So I know about their fiery weakness, and I've lured them into a fiery trap.
Yes.
I get +2, and I'll add that to my knowledge battle roll.
Definitely, I think that'll be perfect. And I am looking for, there it is. Minimize that. I keep closing these. If I minimize that, so where is that going then? Ah, it's on the bottom screen. Silly me. Here we go. Round 2. A large force of trolls and direwolves. Right, here we go. So we need...
I'm quiet.
Yes, you are all fighting back to back. Blood stains the snow. Bodies writhe in pain. Limbs and corpses lay about you. Suddenly, a group of Caledons are smashed aside and scattered across the battlefield. Bursting through the line comes a large group of cannibals led by a large troll. Most of the trolls have been forced into a chokehold and are being burnt alive. But here, their troll champion, Shard, bursts in. So we use this as a battle map to show like the snow-covered buildings. I know they're trees, but their imagination and everything. Snow-covered buildings as we go from mass battles into a standard combat round. Okay, guys. Let me add the encounter. It's going to be a bit of a spike. There. And let's get you put on. From the chase tracker, which we will convert back over to normal. So Turnos is fighting away by this. We say that's a wall of a burnt out building. Rastan's fighting away as well when these people all break through. Dar's back fighting away as well. Let's get rid of these extras. They're not here for the purpose of the battle. And Alicini's safe with those that can't fight. Carla's bolstering the defences elsewhere. General Droll, we better remove him for now. He's not in this particular combat. Okay. Switch trackers. Yeah, remove Rue. It's just the heroes fighting that down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. Everybody else is fighting elsewhere. So this is Shard. He's a bit bigger. And thumping in to Starkoma. Here's a blood red cape spiked to his like a bony carapace that's on his body, huge tusks hanging out, and there's his blood dripped maul in his hand as he comes wading forward. Go ahead, Fulgrim.
What is he, Martin? A troll, yeah?
He is definitely a troll, luckily for you.
So I look at him and I like run my finger across my neck and point at him.
He's too busy going straight for Rastan. Initiative is being done. So let's put this 1 and round 2. Cards have been dealt. Starting with Dar.
Trying to figure out where I'm on the map.
Oh, sorry, yeah, let's zoom in a bit so we can...
Okay, this white background's not great for that.
No, it's not. There's going to be a nightmare finding which one of mine are attacking you guys. Okay, so you're going to... Have I lock tokens? There you go. Sorry, you can now move your token on the board. Would help if we lock tokens. Makes life easier.
Now, I know this is the wrong deck from the wrong deck, but I'm gonna actually play a specific card that works out.
All right, let's have a look. It says...
Hold and calculate.
Okay, cold and calculating. Play during combat when you have at least 1 Benny remaining for the duration of the combat. You gain +1 to parry, trait rolls, and damage rolls, but you cannot use Righteous Rage for the same duration. I don't know why these cards are in now. I've got them excluded. They're there. I don't mind. You can have it. It doesn't make any difference to me. So let's give you as an effect to your character. So you're cold and calculating. So that's parry +1, comma, trait +1, comma, damage +1. That, I think I've got the code right in the...
I think you need a space between the plus and pair.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see if that works. Go ahead, Dar. So you go...
Basically, equipped with the shield and sword, I scream on in. I will kill you all!
That was straight in my ears. I got both headsets in. Ah! Charging forward, blood curdling. Scream as you wade into that savage. Oh. You bring the longsword down. He tries to parry out of the way with his spear. You duck under and bring in the blade up under his defense. Tearing into his stomach. Steaming blood pours onto the snow as he falls into the ground dead. Oh, we got blood splats. and you move into this savage. Where's my... there he is. Open up, open up, open up. There he goes. Right. Okay. Go ahead, Fulgrim.
You want a spirit roll?
Yes, please, because you are shaken from the last efforts. Ooh, do you want to Benny that? No need to re-roll. Lovely re-roll, but playing a Benny automatically gets rid of that shaken
okay.
ability.
Nice re-roll.
Yeah, it's a lovely re-roll.
Right, first off, I'd like to step to there, please.
Okay.
May, my love. I am in need of your great healing powers. And then come with me and help me smite that horrible, hideous troll over there.
Oh, he's gone for a bit of aid. Oh, quick hello to Dragon Girl. Thank you for watching.
Hey, Dragon Girl.
Rockhold. You got 4 coming in from your right flank there.
I'll just go charging in.
You go racing forward, your loincloth chinking as you do so. Glare in your hand. He's charging him.
My coins.
That's what I'm waiting for. I was waiting for it.
Jingle jangle. Come up and I swing glare at this guy.
These coins have been with Grarkold from the very first session. He's found them. Oh, look at that. You bring the great... Oh, you bring the great sword down. Hacking off his head. It twists in the air, spraying blood everywhere, covering you in it. As he falls to the ground, the head goes flying off of one of the buildings.
And then I look to the guy to the south, number 6, and I say, "You're next."
Oh, fantastic. You still got move left if you wish to move.
Yeah, I want them to move up.
I just checked that. Yeah, I can see why. And it looks like they are coming for you. Rastan.
I'm just going to lower my axes to my side and look all like beaten and weak and put my head down. I'm going to hold my action and let them come to me. And then I'll spring into it.
I don't think this is going to last more than a couple of turns. Okay, I think that's this one here. Yes. He charges. Oh, can't go through the building. Around, and he's doing all sorts of things here. Charges around the building, over the dead body, headless body, into Grarkold. He's got his bone-tipped spear at the ready as he comes charging in. Okay, you've got first strike. Do you wish to use it this time? Grarkold, are you there? Hello?
Sorry. Yeah, I'll attack.
You're going to do the first strike, is it?
Yes.
Oh. Do you want to Benny that? Oh my God. Oh, he comes racing in. Ah! You won't beard me like my friend. And then you cut his head off. Ah! Blood sprays everywhere. Add into the pile. Okay, Dar, as you race into this savage, you roll along the ground as he thrusts out with his sword. Oh, coming up, you barge him with your shoulder, he goes flying back. Ah! Rastan, the warrior charges towards you. You swing up with one of your battle axes. Oh! The axe goes cutting straight through his face, down his body, blood spraying everywhere as he dies.
I look up the smile.
He sort of flies back, hits the building behind him, and then falls to the ground dead. Oh, I've just jumped one. It's this one. The troll says, "Leave him to me! Get there, General!" So he's going to try and run past, which you get a free first strike. You swing out with your battle axe, he rolls under it and carries on. Right, he's at -2 for the multi-action as he rolls under your battle axe, comes up, thrusting with the spear at Turnos. Turnos, you bring your shield round, lowering behind it.
I don't even waste my first strike on him.
You can. Oh, you can do if you wish. I forgot about your first strike.
Failed to hit me.
Yeah, you just like take it, bang, and then you stand there in all your glory looking at him through the slit of your helm, your Fabricarian helm. With the ruthless bronze in hand. Okay, Gracold, you're out of first strikes. The cannibal comes racing forward, both hands on his spear, thrusts it. You grab the shaft, pull him to the side. It goes past you, smashes off the building. You twist and turn, ready for the next one that comes charging. Okay, Rastan, this one moves 2 there. He's going to go past you towards Turnos. Or not. You backhand him with the axe, smashing his face up against the edge of the wall there. His head just explodes. No scream of death from him. He may not make it. Yes, he does. He races in -2. I'm hoping the gang up bonus works here. So I'm putting the -2. It could potentially be -1. Yay! In one of the other games, it's all broken. But this one, it seems to be working. So he races forward. You swing down with glare, parrying it to the side. Go ahead, Gracold.
I was going to ask you to reposition on top of the other corpses so I can just pile you all up. Thanks. To the guy.
Yeah, he parries blade as home. And he looks at you like, oh. This one charges you. Oh, hides under the blood. No, he's just going to die anyway. Oh, he races forward. You swing with your axe. Do you want to bet it?
No.
He's shaken. Bang! Oh, then he staggers back. You cut with just the tip of the axe across his chest. He's holding it, blood pouring off of it. He looks at you, growling under his teeth. Okay, the troll steps in. To here. And because he's got a reach, he attacks you. Swing with his maul. Wah! I've got a spiked club here, but it's a battle maul. What? Yay! The maul comes down. Big stone maul smashes into you. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Okay. Actually, I'll play a card.
Please be love interest.
Yeah. Troll goes, I love you. Play after any other character's attacks to cause it to automatically fail. It's a critical fail. Right, okay, so he swings the axe down. You duck, and as he goes, he normally sweeps because he's got improved sweep. He continues and sweeps it around and hits the cannibal beside him, smashing his spleen in from behind. He sort of doubles over backwards over the mall.
My
Chunk of the wall comes flying off of it, spraying wood and bits of bone all over you. As he screams and bellows. Go ahead, Rustam.
I'll look at him. A worthy opponent at last. And I'll
Or you're gonna activate your go.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't put you on hold, so Shard goes, Shard, kill barbarians and feast on your bones. And then you step in. Bye, Shard. Rolling underneath his maul as he swings again and again. Snow flying. Oh, hit with a raise.
Oh,
Oh, I can't even hide my expressions.
That'll teach you for saying bye, Shard.
I know. I can't hide my expressions. This happens to me. Anybody who's watching these games, this happens.
You'll see it.
I bring in a big bad guy. Rastan goes forward and kills it. Never mind. We are going to try and soak it. Oh,
Oh
no.
oh, hang on a minute. Go ahead, Dar. Oh! I can't take it. I can't take it. But he only gives a maximum of 4 wounds anyway. So that, unfortunately, is a bit of a waste.
I don't care.
Didn't need to do that. Do you want your card back? I'm going to give you your card back.
Yeah, actually, it was good thought.
It was good. That can come in handy later on. You're going to need it. Okay, so Shard comes wading in. You roll underneath the hammer as it hits the ground or the maul. You come up with the axe. Oh, he's soaked down to 1. I'm going to have to accept that as a good roll. As he brings out the maul, he kicks you like his Spartan kicks you in the chest. Just as you strike out, you catch opening a gash right across his stomach as he staggers back from it, howling. Oh! And now your second attack. You roll backwards, up onto your feet, charge forward, leap in the air, bringing the next one down with your offhand.
oh, not good enough.
Want to Benny that?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay.
Brilliant. Happy with that?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll stick.
No worries. I'm going to GM Benny that. What? Why? Why? I'm going to GM Benny again. No! Again! At least it's not 1. I will GM Benny it one last time. Happy with that. So, you're racing in. You leap in the air, bringing the axe down. He catches you by the wrist, throws you off to the side. You hit the wall. You with back-breaking impact. You land on the floor, going, oh, coughing. The troll, though, as he threw you, you just caught his face, causing him to be shaken. Okay, so I'm pretty sure because I've used a Benny, it removes shaken.
Yeah, remove shaken.
Yeah, because he's got the he soaked that wounds as well. So he shakes his head, blood pouring off of his cheek. You can almost see the wounds all starting to sew back together. His natural healing is coming back in. Yamea, you're up.
I'm gonna try and heal Fulgrim.
Yep, -2, unfortunately. Looks a bit in a bad way. Go ahead, Grakold.
Fulgrim, you better hurry up. I think me and Rastan are going to have all the points. And
Go ahead, Fulgrim.
Brother, there will be always points for me.
Okay, so that's one wound healed. Do you want to carry on, Yamea?
Sorry, do I want to what?
Do you want to Benny that? Sorry.
I don't have any bennies, so that
Oh,
have to do.
my bad. Little smirk for the camera. Okay, so you heal up on Fulgrim. One of the wounds is healed, and you step forward. Okay, so next at the bottom of the list there is Turnos. Going to rain down bronze death on the enemy. So thrust him forward with the ruthless bronze. Oh, you bury the blade deep into his throat, wraps out the back of his skull.
Okay, I slaughter him and then forward and go shoulder to shoulder with Rastan. Play a card. Here we go. I'm playing the card into the chat.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
the last stand card. So when I'm in a shield wall with Rastan, we both to parry and toughness, so long as we stay in a unit.
And does that apply to anybody else that joins you as well?
And anybody else who joins us in that unit also gets that.
So there we go. Last stand has been applied to both of you. Good, play the card. Okay, do you want to role play that card?
Okay, so I hack down that cannibal, and then I move shoulder to shoulder with Rastan, and I shift flank, and I say, "We'll do it together, Rastan."
Glad to see you've joined the party, Turner. Well needed.
Fulgrim. You're gonna run over there, Fulgrim, and kill Steel. Oh, that's a shame. Injured. He's injured. Can't make it.
I'll double back by one then, Martin.
Oh, let's have a look at the reach of your weapon. Oh, is it not? It's only got the standard reach. Never mind. No, you go racing forward. You can't quite get it. Yamea.
I'm going to intimidate him.
Oh, of course. Why not?
You see this, troll filth? This is your death.
He's heard of the weapon. He's seen it in action in the halls, and he is intimidated. Okay. You're not going to raise unless you wish to Benny that.
No, I'm not going to spend any meat.
Okay, you get +2 to your bonus to your next action against that defender. Okay. As you intimidate, he like sort of steps back slightly, seeing the axe glistening. Tenos. Oh, sorry, I've just missed you, Maya. Sorry, Maya.
The is that like a rampart?
It's part of, imagine it's a bit of a wall. It's part of a wall of a building that's all burnt out.
Could I stand like in that square and still be able to breathe?
You certainly can. There's plenty of holes and gaps.
Then I shall do that.
Oh. No, yeah, as you get no close to it, you go to take a puff of breath, but you suddenly like catch your throat on the icy cold air. Tenos. Ooh, oh, you got +1, which is 5, is still a miss.
Still be a miss, yes?
Yes, it's still a miss.
Okay, still a miss. I shan't spend a penny.
He's keeping it for the important stuff. As you get nicely in a line, he swings round with his maul. He makes a sweep, which allows the character to make a single fighting go and applies it against the adjacent characters. So he will target you. And where's Rastan? Oh, there he is. Yeah. And he sweeps with his maul. Which is a myth. Right, all 3. I shall Benny that. I don't believe this. Victor Mildrew in here. Don't believe it. Benny. Oh, it gets worse. I'm on my last penny. I'm on my last penny. Drained of pennies. To no avail. He swings with them all. You both duck. You bring your shield up in time. It careens off it.
I'm going to attack and counter attack.
Yeah. Just rub salt in the wound. Right? Why don't you? Oh, hang on. He's got to make a vigor check as well for his hit point. So he gets 1 wound. You've hit, so let me just remove that wound. As he's healed that. So he's swung, the hammer hits the maul hits the shield, bang, leaves an opening. You swing out with your axe, catch it. So Shard has just taken the edge of the axe across his ribs. He staggers back from it, bellowing in pain. Meanwhile, the very little amount of cannibals that are left try to fight their way round to your rear. But Dar is holding one off, parrying away as the spear thrusts out at him, and Grakol's got 2 on him. Parries out away with glare. The other one thrusts the spear towards him, parrying that away as well. Ding, ding. Ready, lined up, and then Grakold. You may add bodies to your pile. He has as well. Yeah, he has as well.
I don't have sweep, unfortunately.
Oh my lord! Look at that! I'm out of bennies, and that poor old cannibal savage goes down. Splat! As you bring glare cutting through his shoulder, out through his side, and sprays blood everywhere. Go ahead, Gracold.
Can you move over on top of these other guys for me? I look at numbers.
He looks down. He looks down at the pile of bodies and then looks at you. I'm going to give you a free taunt. Where's his smarts? He's shaken, and you're going to get a raise. Oh my god! You got +2 versus him next turn. Okay, I'm just going to make a quick note. +2 v Hannibal. Oh dear me! As he looks down, and he's like, "What?" He wants to run, but he can't because he's just confused. Rastan.
He's petrified in fear.
Yeah. Well, he's not scared. He's just like enraged for this. Oh, miss there with Glacold's silvery tongue. A +1, yeah. Oh, yes, yeah. It won't come into effect because the token is big and not in an adjacent square. The token is like 2 squares away.
That's a hit.
A +1 is a hit. But that is a girly little slap. You wanting to Benny that? No, he says he's got another axe, which he misses. Don't get your +1. That is a miss. Right, you swing with the axes, and he's parrying away with his maul, keeping you at bay like a rabid dog. Meanwhile,
I'm just sitting there, keeping up my even keel, hacking away.
nice one, you. Oh, look at that. You should hack away again and again. Your attack is so ferocious, it's called him slipping in the snow.
As my anger builds up, as sort of my cold and calculated attacks build up.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. You cut straight through the shaft of the spear, down through his face. And we'll say that he's... he's not going to come up with a little blood splat. He's dead. New round. Oh, Benny's for everybody. Much needed. Rastan. Pulse the Joker.
Lovely.
That adventure card's now negated with the parry.
Oh, yes. Let's get rid of the...
See, I was actually going to move myself around this area to get towards the troll.
Oh, yeah, you can still move. Yeah, no worries. And Dar comes racing around that building. So, Rastan, you're up.
I'll plow into him again.
Don't get your +1. That's a raise anyway, so it's okay. And the same with you, Tonos. Don't forget your +1 gang up. Oh, got nothing I can do. He's got to take it. You slice out with the axe again and again. You whack it into his shoulder. Hit solid in, and he screams in pain as you rip it free. You turn in the air, bringing the axe in your other hand, sweeping round. Oh, nice one. Slicing straight across his chest. Oh, I've got to accept that. There we go. I'm waiting there for something to happen. It's me who's got to press a button. Right. The cannibal is up. He snaps out of being shaken. You still get your +2 when you attack him. But in rage, he thrusts with his spear at you, Gracold. Pathetically. Because I'm out of bennies, it knows it's just going to roll low. And you bring your glare around, powering it aside. Bang! Your turn. Don't forget your +2. If you get a raise, you're able to knock him on. Oh, he has as well. If you kill him, he lands on the pile of bodies. So he thrusts, and in his thrust, he comes charging towards you. You sidestep, bring the sword down, hack him through his back, and he lands on the pile of bodies here.
I race over to join everybody else and all that. Oh wait, I forgot.
Charges across the
I was waiting for
battlefield.
I got 4 of them, guys.
I got 2.
Okay, full good.
Alright, I'm going to step into there, swing the fucking axe of Julian
Oh.
at him, and
Phone is
do
trying.
believe I believe I get a +3, right?
Yes, you do get a +3. Where's the extra +1 from?
Gang up.
You got +2 for the gang up.
I'm not near it yet.
Oh, okay.
Dar's
okay,
not
it's
in
a
range.
+4. It's a +4 then, because I've got an extra +2 for the intimidation that I did last round, remember?
Yes, I didn't put it on your effects, did I? That is absolutely correct. +4 altogether. And my phone just tried to look up. I'm just moving. Oh, look at that raise! Always.
And then I've got +4 against this troll scum, right?
Is it not on the axe already? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It would say it next to it. Yes, plot that into the modifier box. Yes, it is an axe slaying weapon.
Nice
Oh! Out of nowhere, as you and Turnos are hacking into it, slashing and thrusting. Morgan charges forward. He goes, and beheads Shard. The troll head flips through the air and then lands to the floor. Shard swings still without his head, takes 2 steps, then falls to his knee and then forward. Go ahead, Falcon.
I spit on his corpse, and then I turn to my brothers and say, "Brothers, I'm sorry I took so long."
It was worth,
I love
worth
how
the
you
wait,
illustrated it.
Oh, the size of the blood splat. Go ahead, Gargoyle.
Best blood splatter ever.
You know that only counts as 2, right?
That's right, I'm fine with that.
Rasta.
I already killed about 6 back at the mountain.
That's 2 counts as 1. Go ahead, Rasta, go ahead.
Paul Groom, you could never be too late. Your timing was perfect.
Oh,
Okay.
dear. Okay. Suddenly, there's a death-curdling scream. As you look round, we go into round 3 and into the battle. The battle's still raging on, actually. What we do...
Can you share that again?
Hang on a second. Yeah. We'll come to the death-curdling scream. Because you're all busy, you're unable to help in the actual mass battle. So, Tenos, can I have a mass battles roll from you? You do get the, however, +2 for your card you played earlier.
Anything else?
I'm going to give it, because you won this with quite a miraculously roll, I'm going to give you an extra +2 for the party's effort here. You're all successful in this combat. So that is a total of +4. And he has got, where's my modifiers box?
I'm going to Benny that, see if I can. Well, first of all, I'll wait to see what his role is.
Yeah, no worries at all. Just trying to find him. There he is. I've got +1 per token. Now, it's only 3 this round. You're whittling away his forces. How well has Caledon done? Ooh. It's a 6. He's only got one Benny
Benny
left.
mine again. I'm going to.
Turnos, if you put the +4 and just drag the Benny onto the skill, it will say a reroll, and it will give you bonuses
Excellent.
for like
Okay.
Elon or anything.
Staff comms, please.
Just a second. I got confused there. In fact,
Yeah, just put the +4 in. Do what you need to do. We don't need
I'll
automation.
do my Elan as well. I've added that.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Here we
worries.
go.
But basically what Silver was telling you is if you put the +4 in the modifier and use the Benny onto the skill, it will bring automatically the Elan.
Okay.
But it makes no difference.
Anyway, I've done, and there's an extra +2 for my Elan.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to play his last Benny. I'm pretty sure he didn't play 2. I've removed him from the combat tracker, so let's have a quick look back. We've got glare there, so it would have been before that. General Droll. Oh, he's actually got 2 bennies left because he has not actually used a benny at all. Because he did get a very good roll and it wasn't worth bennying. Okay, so I'll play one of his bennies. Let's see if he can turn the tide of battle. I've lost him. There he is. He's only got +3, wasn't it? Yeah. Come on. Oh, come on. Right. His last Benny. No, looks like you're going to be winning this one again. Caledon is on the winning streak. So he loses another token, making his defeat against you even harder. But as you fight with Shard and the cannibals, the battle rages on around Caledon. The trolls smash into the wall, come tearing through. But as commanded, the defenders break away and down the streets. As the trolls charge down the funnel, the street is set alight, oil on the floor, and the trolls are being incinerated. This, in turn, bolsters the defenders, and you keep the attackers at bay. Next round. Hi, Hanzu. Thank you for watching. You've come just in time as the heroes have just defeated a large troll whilst in defence of the ruins of Caledon. And so, round 3. Round 3 of the mass battle. Yamea screams as she is dragged away through the battle by her captives as you're all clasping each other on the shoulders on how well you've done. As you look over your shoulders, it seemed like a group of cannibals burst out of the snow around her, hidden from sight where you were distracted. And she's dragged off through the battlefield. She bites and she scratches at her captors, gouging at their eyes, but they punch her, keeping her under control. As I says there, one turns and punches her in the face hard. Blood sprays from her mouth, and she hangs limply in their arms. Suddenly, they race away towards the swamps and back towards the mountain of the Mad King. Well, what do you do? Who's staying to fight and who's going to rescue the damsel? Fulgrim.
I'm going after her, mate. Yeah. No, disregard everything. Just she's mine. She's my love. I'm going.
Oh, fuck it, he says. Fulgrim goes charging after us, smashing through the battle as he goes, concentrating, carving a way through. He will be participating in the next bit. Rastan.
I'm doing the same. I'm going after you, man. I'm just going to battle through.
Hi there, Voodoo Goblin. This is Beasts and Barbarians. It's a Savage Worlds rule setting, and we're using the Beasts and Barbarians campaign world. Sorry, Rastan, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same as Fulgrim. I'm going to battle through and try and rescue you.
No worries. And Dar.
With Rastan and Fulgrim going to this way, I'm actually going to stay with, since I have a contingent of animals with me on this part, to help keep up the defenses.
Okay, we can close down the Snowy Wilderness map for now. We are no longer needing that. We need the mass battle map. Okay, and Turnos.
I'm staying with my
wise
role
choice.
of organising the defences.
Very wise choice there, Turnos. Else they'd be in trouble. Caledon at the moment is on the verge of winning. You've brought the odds right down with the help of Svensson and the Northheims and the survivors from the other village that Grarkold met. So the party splits. Fulgrim and Rastan, you go charging after your mayor and pay take no attempt in the battle. Right, what I need you to do though, I'm going to pull a card. If it is a club, you take 2d6 damage, Rastan and Fulgrim, as you fight your way through the army to get to your mayor. You've met with a harder resistance. If it is a face card, you take 3d6 damage as you fight your way through. So here we go. First card will be for Fulgrim, since he's the most left on this screen. Oh, diamonds, you're fine. And hearts for Rastan. Both fine as you race through and you take no damage at all. The battle is in chaos now. Caledonians are in the I'm sorry, but it's going to be Carla has a force of female berserkers with her, and they are the Caledonian girls. Had to say it. As they go charging into the flanks of the Horde of the Mountain King, giving you that break to get after your mayor. And Carla calls after you, Rastan. Rastan, where are you going? Oh, let's get Carla up. You can't leave the battle, she shouts, covered in blood.
Wait, I'll be back. Fulgrim wouldn't let them take you. I'm not letting them take.
And you race off after the screaming Yamea, who is deafening. Oh no, she's no longer. She was knocked unconscious, wasn't she? She was punched in the face. Just better send Yamea a quick whisper. There you go, Yamea. Just bring you up to scratch. That you'll be all right. Okay, so leaving for round 3, only Grarkold. Oh, Grarkold, you X'd up. Sorry, I missed your X.
That's all right. I was going to stay with Turnus because defending the.
Brilliant. So we've got Grarkold defending. We've got Turnos defending and Dar defending, whilst Fulgrim and Rastan chase after Yamea. A lot of cards have been spent. We have got 20 minutes left of the game, coming up to half past. Let's see how far we get. So, Grarkold, I'm going to go left to right with the defenders rather than Xing up. How are you affecting the mass battles this turn?
Probably the same, using my burst of speed and fighting. So, same, reinforce where I need to.
Yeah, because the The fights are all inside Caledon now. They're coming in from the right, they're coming in to the left. So gaps are falling here and there. So you and your brigade of shock troops are pulled right, left and centre. So again, fighting check. And he's still got 5 bennies left. Oh my God, 1 away from some heroic act. Do you want to benny that? You've got 5. Do you want to benny that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's done it. Okay, we're going to have a +2 from Grakol with some heroic act. So I'm going to give you some time to think of what heroic act you've done to instill inspiration into the whole of the group. You've received no damage whatsoever. Okay, I'll allow you to describe that when I'm going through the description of the battle. Turnos, how are you affecting the battle?
Okay, the battle, the front line of the battle, leading the file of men. So I'm going to do a combat roll.
Excellent.
So that is a raise, so I'll stay with that.
Yes, it's almost a double raise. You nearly had no damage there. It was very minimal anyway.
Okay,
but
plus
to
later, I'll get a plus later.
You certainly will. Well, let me just update my table here. So we've got +4 so far for this turn. Dar, how are you affecting the battle?
Okay. Being very calculating, I'm sitting there like waiting for them coming closer. Basically the animals spread out a little bit. The animals are going to spread out a little bit. I'm actually going to stay in a open spot. Them come to me while the animals come out to do the ambush.
Excellent. No worries. Fighting roll, please. Oh, Pax! Oh, whoa! So we got ourselves there another +2. You're going to be on +6 turn-offs. And Dar, you're going to get to describe how your ambush tactic has come to a glorious victory for yourself. Because if we go and look at the characters in mass battle, 2 raises. The warrior covers himself in glory. Scores of foes fall before him, and his successes inspires his allies to fight like demons. This goes +2 to the battle roll, and you get out of the battle unscathed. So, starting with descriptions, the war so far is fighting within the ruined walls of Caledon. The trolls that are remaining, there's not many after Turnos's clever plan to burn them all, are wading through the hordes of resistance, and the defenders are being thrown left, right and centre. The wolves are darting in and attacking and biting and pack tactics, while the cannibals themselves are jumping over the wall, biting into them, tearing off flesh with their teeth, smashing with spiked clubs, thrusting with spears. The battle is bloody, and the defenders are fighting back just as hard. Axes and swords are cutting off heads, limbs of the enemy. And it's just a free-for-all in the town. Grakol, describe your glory.
All right. I move up towards a group of where one of the flanks has fallen, and I just position myself. I reach into my loincloth, grab a handful of coin, throw it out in front of towards the enemy. As they lick down at the gold that's on the ground, I just do a sweep with my 2-hand greatsword and just lop off all, like 6 in a row their head.
There's a big cheer from around you. Hey! Hey! Go Grakol! They're screaming. Go Grakol! And all the men charge forward and start hacking and slaying. And before long, you've cleared most of the inside of the town, pushing the enemy back to the walls. Okay, Dar, describe your victorious victory.
Okay. I look at them. Never underestimate a beastmaster who can get the animals on his side. Attack him with everything. Go after him. Get through him. Destroy them all.
And your host of animals tear through the enemy, ripping them to bits. Before long, they're even pushed back as you wade in with them, slicing and hacking away. Yeah, Graco added the bodies to his personal part. Okay, Turnos. Well, let's see how you do. You are going to take a little bit of damage, I'm afraid. Where is my damage? There it is. 2d6 damage, because you did get a raise. Where are you? Turnos. There you are. You are unscathed, although you're in the thick of the battle.
My trusty shield still protects me.
You've formed a mini phalanx with the defenders. They've got shields and they're all locked together, following your command as you lead and push through the centre, out onto the plains. The fog is still thick, but it has started to seep away. And you can see General Droll now charging across the snowfields towards you all with his host of cannibals and berserkers as we go into the next round of mass battles. I don't know, I don't want to curse things, but the connection's holding, isn't it now? I've gone over to the 5G. Everybody else is still connected and watching TV. So it seems to have worked. I need to stay on this band that I'm on the internet. It seems to have fixed it all, hasn't it?
Well, here's the thing. There's a reason, because 5G has a different speeds than the 2G, 2.4 gigahertz.
I see.
And it's, like you said, a separate connection line. Separate channel is what you're on. They're on the slower channel. You're actually on the proper channel.
Exactly.
For a streaming side.
Brilliant. So that's what we'll keep from now on. I'll just keep my computer on that. Go ahead, Turnos.
Do you want me to roll knowledge battle +6?
Have we done that? That we've just described the...
No.
Oh, no, that was...
done that.
No, this is why, yes. Yet. Sorry, yeah. The guys are racing through the thing after the battle, after Yamea, aren't they? Of course.
I will play it then.
And there's me trying to avoid using any tokens. So I've got +2. I think the enemy are in dire trouble here.
All right, so let's see what he does, and then we'll get him down a bit.
9.
Okay. I've beaten him by 12. By 3.
Just a success. Do you want to try for the raise and get an extra token destroyed on the enemy?
It's late. I can afford to spend a penny, so I'll do that and give it a try. I hope I get an exploding D4.
+2 for Elan as well.
Oh yes, that's
11.
That will be 11. So of course I'll go for the 12.
Of course, right. Okay. Do you want to Benny that?
No, I'll
happy with that. Okay, so you get a success. The attackers have suffered more losses again. Again, we're not doing the morale because these guys do not want to go back to that mountain without their food, and you guys are got nowhere to go. If you've got nowhere to run to, you're cornered. This is your home.
We're defending our village.
Absolutely, and you're defending it successfully. It is noticeable, Turnos, as you take a breather. You get up onto the maybe one of the sort of overturned carts. You get up onto the side and you look to oversee the battlefield. The numbers of the enemy have dwindled rapidly.
Making a difference.
You take a big, deep breath and carry on. Meanwhile,
keep going, just the way we are, and we will win.
Round 4, Mobath. So now you can see why You are unable to use Molbath. Okay. You made it. Slowly. Your eyes open as you are rudely jostled about. Let's take my phone off of there. I've got all sorts of things coming in. It's on the charger and it's reverberating through the desks. So you may slowly your eyes open as you are rudely jostled about by your captives. Your feet feel icy cold and wet. You realise to your horror you are being dragged through the swamps. But before you're about to act and free yourself from your captors stop and a soft voice echoes through the fog. I recognize your scent. And all alone with these weak-minded fools, echoes the voice in the swamp's fog. Your captors drop you and wheel about, weapons drawn. Yes, your mind is mine. Suddenly, one of the captors goes rigid. You see the icy waters of the swamps break, and a dark shape arc out and into the waters again. All black, sort of dark greeny scales rippling as it circles the island that you are on. My trusty swamps map. I am not one to go and get loads of different maps. I tend to use the same one, just very lazy.
No, you're very smart.
But as you circle away, you are not alone. For racing through the swamps comes Rastan and Fulgrim. Oh, so you're going to close? Yep. So I'm just going to remove Gracold. Oh, errors! And Dar and Turnos. There we go. Oh, more errors. Not sure what's causing them. And let's see, whereabouts? You're going to come in from the south. So you're running through the swamps here. And Maya's in the middle of that lot. Fulgrim is with you. Oh, shit. Where's Fulgrim gone? There he is. Fulgrim beside you here. So Rastan and Fulgrim, you come racing through the swamps. It's not your fault if they do die from this. This is a scripted encounter, part of it. Because what's going to come next, this is the chance to battle with Molbath from our previous encounter when you were on your way to the Mountain King. So, yes, and let's get a pic of Molbath for you. Let's minimize that. So, Rastan and Fulgrim, you come charging onto the swamps. You can't see where Molbath is, but you can hear it echoing through the swamps. Ah, now I can sense Rastan. Have you come back to die with a dark-skinned girl? Go ahead, Rastan.
So, well, it didn't happen last time, Molbath, but it's not happening again. Unfortunately for you. Kill the others. I'm just here for you.
You see one of them's gone rigid and turns and is grabbing towards your Maya. And that's where we're going to go into combat. Oh, Molbath goes first. Molbath suddenly erupts out of the water to his full height, the gargantuan serpent, towering 30, 40 feet into the air, and comes down onto the cannibal. He is. Also gets gargantuan is -4 due to his size difference. The cannibal races away at the sight of Molbeth. Cannibal 4 is the one that's gone rigid and seems to be under some sort of control. So if I pop there, Cannibal 4, XX, oh no, that's him. I'm going to put a effect on him. So, Cannibal spring to life. And one races and sacrifices himself on your axe, no doubt, as you get your improved strike. First strike. Oh! Racing up with his spear. Ah! Racing into the swamp. You swing with the axe and disembowel him. He drops to the floor dead. Fulgrim, do you have first strike?
Hells yeah, I do. Improved as well.
Oh, lovely. He comes, there's another cannibal races towards you, leaps off of the mound nearby, thrusting with his spear. Go ahead, Rastan.
Fulgrim, gonna have to grab her and run. We've got no chance alone against this thing.
Well, my king. I chop his head off.
He chop his head off. You just casually swing the axe lane up. The cannibal, its head goes flying. The other cannibal tries to grab your mare. Contest of fighting. Oh, 7. Would you like to Benny that, you mare?
No, thank you.
He grabs you by the hair. He pulls you off the floor. You scream. Now, does this damsel in distress thing give you any bonuses with your... Oh, no, you ain't got the lungs thing, have you? Mighty lungs or whatever it's called. No, it's just for the -2 to your fighting rolls and fear checks and stuff like that.
Then that would have been at a -4 then.
I think I've already got it in there for you. No, I haven't. Yeah, you'd have been at -4. Because it says here, she is totally unable to defend herself, so she has a -2 to fighting, fear, and other resisting to tests of wills. So you're being dragged along the swamp. And I'm going to give him half move, because you're resisting. As you're trying to drag you away. Fulgrim.
Fuck.
Oh, the ground is slippy and covered
Benny,
in.
mate, Benny.
It is not a trait, unfortunately. You cannot use a Benny or running.
Benny a running roll, right? Okay. Get back here, filth!
And you go, oh, nearly called up. You're racing up your hand. You're just meters away from the kicking feet of your mare. She's been dragged by the hair, and her hands are above her head, grappling at the cannibal's arm, scratching away. Your mare, you are grappled. Oh, let's put a grapple effect on you. GG. Grapple -4. I don't think it's -4, is it, guys? It's only -2. Or am I thinking of Entangle? No, -4. Look at that. I'm so used to everybody using Entangle. It is actually -4. to agility. So that's okay. So you can attempt to break free, or you can perform some other effect, but you're at -4 to agility based.
Oracle, what, sorry?
You can either try to break free, or you can do some other action, but you are at -4 to any agility based actions. So what would it be, Yamaya?
I'm gonna try and break free and like scream in his ear so that he like hopefully puts his hand to his ears.
Yeah. You're giving it a good big blood curdling screams, especially with Mondav erupting out of the waters there. Okay, so you can make either an agility roll versus or strength versus his. I'm going to go for strength. He gets a 3. Oh, that was worked! You screeched in his ear and he lets go and puts his hands to his ear. Ah, my ears! He goes, my eardrums, you bitch! Ah! And I've just totally, for the camera, been in severe pain now. For everybody.
Just seen it. Just seen it.
So, yeah, that's what I do behind the GM screen normally. Never mind. Breaking free. Rastan. Oh, nice one. 8.
Can I
Oh,
grab hold of you, Maya?
you certainly can. So you race in. As she sort of springs away, as she pulls her hands away, you grab hold of the wrist and start turning to run away. Oh, let's see if Molbath is going to allow this to happen. That's my fist for later, Rastan. Oh, he's fast. Right, he raises up and then slams his body down on the cannibal. So the creature's fighting versus the target's agility. So he's going for that. Let's see if we can make this a little bit better. Oh. No, it's the cannibal screams as he brings the full weight. He's slammed down onto the cannibal. He goes, ah! Disappears underneath him. Water sprays everywhere. Icy cold swamp water. And then it's going to move towards you guys. She slithers along the ground. Whoosh! No, you don't get race away from me. You get first strike. Oh, it's +4 these attacks against Molbath because of his gargantuan size, and that will be. Let's just check that against your roll. Raise. So make sure you tick raise. Yeah, so
Oh my God.
you swing out with the axe, it hits his hide as if you've hit a solid brick wall. Ding! Oh, night, Hanzo. I missed that. Thanks for watching. Yamaya doesn't have first strike, but Yamaya, you're up.
I'm gonna breathe fire at it. Does this count with the +4 as well?
Yes, you get +4 to hit. Oh, is it a
It's a spell, hun.
is it the burst template?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to give it +4 because there's a lot of him, and that's Kroon's breath, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, we've got to get an agility roll versus your attack. So he's not very agile, as we can imagine. Hence why you get the +4. So, oh, he nearly did. Oh. I'm going to keep the penny. Right. So he goes to dive under the water as fire erupts out of your mouth and engulfs over the top of Molbath. There's no point putting the template. There's no other tokens there. All right. Drag and drop damage onto him. You have,
Yep, I'm going to do damage and then I'm going to play a card.
Oh, not the arcane double damage. Oh, oh my God, and it is! A character with the arcane power may activate a damage-causing power they could normally use. This activation costs no power points and gives double damage.
Oh, brilliant.
You got -2 roll, please. My God! 29. That's 58, isn't it? My maths is horrendous.
9 raises.
So, thank you. I've just put that in my little raise counter at the bottom that you can't see, but yeah. Oh, he's glad I got that card. And you managed to pull it off. So describe it. It's your card.
That's the card I got.
So Molbath comes towards us and he rears back to strike, and as he opens his mouth, I just blow a huge gust of flame straight down his throat, and it burns him from the inside.
Right. Okay, so that's 9 raises. So he's going to take 4 wounds. Unless I can soak any of it. Oh my God! 2. The curse of the GM. I don't know why I roll for these guys. I am where NPCs go to die. I really am. So, let's put that to -4. And capacitated. Boom! The flames will go down and burn him to shreds. He's dead. Yemaya the Molbath Slayer. Well, didn't last as long as I thought it was. With that, the cannibal snaps out of his being controlled. I'll give him a spirit roll to see if he can act. No, he can't. So for this turn, he's sort of just coming to. And he looks down at the dead serpent, Titanic serpent, and his men. Fulgrim not wanting to be outdone by your mayor.
So I kind of like step into him, put my hand on his shoulder, and say, "Silly, silly cannibal! You wanted to take her. Look what she did! You stupid fool!" And I raise my axe up and smack him.
And he's looking and he's nodding away. Yes, I am. It's a very silly fool. And you go bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, +1. It should automatically do it. Which it didn't. Never mind. But you got it anyway. Oh yeah, you didn't.
I got hasty and never targeted him.
Oh right. Okay. Hasty. That's did you put the +1 in anyway, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a straight roll. Straight damage. There's no raise on that. Tries to defend himself with his spear. He said no. And he caved his head in. You split it in two. He screams and dies. Go ahead, Rastan.
You may as first.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, you may. I did see it. Didn't see it.
Rastan, my king, we should take Mulbath's head. We might be able to intimidate the enemy with it.
Oh, dear.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
good idea. I'm still shocked at what you actually did, Yamaya. But we need more of that. More of that on the end.
Okay, Fulgrim, go ahead.
My love, I am glad you're safe. My goodness me. That must at least count for 6 points. Yes, take the head. Let us use it against our enemies. Come, Rastan, you should now be known as Yumea Mulbat Slayer, don't you think, brother?
Most definitely. And I say 10 points.
Aye, bugger it, 10 points.
Okay. Meanwhile, oh, sorry, go ahead, yeah, Maya.
She's going to smile sweetly at them both and say, while it would be nice to claim this as my victory, I think it would serve better being my king's, don't you think? Rastan the Mulbath Slayer, killing such a beast while defending his own lands, it will be legendary.
Mulbert's face is open, with his tongue hanging out like this, in surprise. So go ahead, Fulgrim.
Oh, my love, propaganda at its finest. Perfect.
Rastan.
That's very kind of you to say, Yamaya. But unfortunately, I must decline. For the victory is yours, and I do not claim other people's kills.
And between yous, you carry the head and race back to the battlefield. Meanwhile, Grakhold, how are you affecting the battle this turn?
Same routine. Throwing coins, cutting off heads.
It's working. It's working. Let's get a fighting check.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's at that trigger point in the battle. Trigger point. Oh,
My God.
no!
I'll just keep the 5.
Okay. So still a success. So still, I think +1, that is. Go ahead, Tanos.
I'm going to play a card. Just a second. Let me find it. I can act as if I've
Get +2. Yes.
played a joker this round. So I assume the round contains both my role at the end of it as well. So
Yes, it's the whole round, including that. So you get +2 for 2 rolls.
So front line, just trying to plug a little gap that appeared. I step in and hack down on the person who's broken through. So I'm doing a combat roll.
Oh, nice. +2 is 12. That's a glory roll. You're going to be gaining some amazing glory in this battle with no effect to you. So go ahead, Grakhold.
I'm going to play a card as well when I did that.
Okay.
Part of the wall fortification falls on them, or I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Oh, I like that idea. Giving them a -4. No, that's repair roll. I'll give them a loss of a token. There we go.
Oh,
there we
better.
Yeah, because it falls on them and it takes out a lot of their troops.
Okay.
They're already diminishing. There you go. Good play of the card.
I am basically keeping up with my attacks, keeping the wolves doing their pack animals working together. Come on, work together, take them out! Fast and swift!
Okay, so we'll have fighting roll if you're out fighting with them as well. Ooh. Still a success. Oh, much better. 2 successes. Want to Benny
I'll
that?
take that! I mean, I have the bennies to use at least.
That would have been interesting. Okay, so At the end of that battle, we've got the enemy are fighting a losing battle at the moment. You've forced them out of the town into the plains to the north of Caledon. Suddenly, Gracold, it's your card. You and your men race against the battlements, and you're pushing, and they all cascade forward, smashing into the troops, scattering them. You race over the top, led by Turnos. Did you get a glory roll? You didn't, did you, Gracold? So let's see how that has affected you battle-wise. We're going to need to bring you 3 back onto the combat tracker. Give me a second. There we go. So I need to remove you quickly, and and tell us. Right, so we got you back there. Mass battle damage. There, nothing, isn't it? Unharmed. The wall cascades over. The little resistance that's left, you make short work hacking your way through. Turnos, describe your glory as you are untouched.
Okay, the wall just starts to buckle at one point. One of my men is laid down, and Turner steps into the line, thrust his sword through the mouth of the cannibal that was about to break through. That's the last of them attacking. Now it's our turn. Forward!
And with that, a roar comes up from behind you. Oh, Caledon! And they charge forward out into the plains where you see Carla and her women fighting like crazed Amazons. All right, Dar, battling off against those dire wolves. The wolves are ripping your animals apart. I keep going to the NPCs when I've got it linked here. How do you fare as you wade in to fight off the flanks? And you are unharmed. A successful defense of Caledon as you push the troops back even further. Okay, so what we got this turn is the enemy got +0, you are at +5. General Dahl is losing. But, ooh! Oh my God!
The hell.
Oh my God! Do you want to Benny that?
Well, obviously, I mean, am I going to need a Benny for anything else later in the game?
No, this is going to be the last sort of round of the game. You're going to see there's a bit of another scene, but this is it for your role. I'll allow you to have that bit of information.
Oh, did you forget
Okay.
about your season 8?
He used that. Oh no, yeah, they got +2 as well to that, so that's still 16.
That would have been 16.
So
okay, well, I mean, I'll
if you Benny, you'll now be on +9.
Because of course I've got Elan as well.
Exactly, exactly. The land, the season of the day, +5 for the combatants. Oh, that makes a big difference. It's only 2 tokens lost by your side. Suddenly, although you have a victorious charge, General Droll comes charging over, tears through the Amazons. Gala's not flying. She goes down underneath all the cannibals. You can't see her anymore as they come charging towards the defense of Caledon. They're shouting, "Ah, the Mountain King! You will die!" Okay. Suddenly. Oh, go ahead, Turnos.
Call out to Rastan. Rastan, we need to take out their general.
Just as you see Rastan come and Fulgrim and Yamea returning at the rear of the army, and they're fighting their way to Carla. But suddenly the ground begins to shake. It's like distant thunder that fills the air. You look around you in confusion, and you notice the enemy are as well. The ground is trembling. The air is filled with the sounds of bronze trumpets. As cavalry comes galloping from the south and pour down towards the battle in their hundreds. The banners of Fabritaria snaps in the wind, displaying the imperial golden eagle upon a royal blue background. The armies of the Mountain King turn and run back into the swamps. Cheering erupts from the Caledons. Yeah! Yeah! But it soon falls swiftly silent as the cavalry begins to circle the survivors, as a legion of foot soldiers begins to crest the hill behind them. Riding forth from the cavalry, wearing a gleaming helm upon his head. Where is he? Oh, back to where I was. Riding forth, gleaming helm upon his head. A warrior calls towards everyone. Tribe of the borderlands, I am General Tiberius. Troops of the Royal Guard have been slain in your territory. Therefore, by order of Emperor Domestan XII, your lands and lives are forfeit. Resist, and you will be cut down where you stand. Surrender, and you will have the honor to serve the Iron Kingdoms. What will it be, barbarians? He waits your answer. The air hangs thick. And that's where we'll leave it today.
Oh, yeah. Wow, Martin, that has to be like one of your best games, mate. Wow.
I hope you enjoyed that today. And
That
we
was
will-
incredible. Yeah, damn right.
We are going to have, we need MVP. And I'm stuck on my screen.
liked it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you saved me a lot of work there. MVP. Right, every session we do MVP for our players. They vote for the player of the match, and next session, player who wins it gains a adventure card, bonus adventure card, and a bonus card to play in the game. It's going to be very hard. There was very heroic actions by everybody today. Congratulations for playing that. Let's give some XP as you have completed a whole part of the chapter. We're in chapter 3 for anybody who's just freshly watching the game. It's our 17th session. This is only a pilot run ready for tomorrow's brand new campaign. We are running GMD is running Law, which is their very own RPG. We are play testing it, hoping that the rules are all working. We're going to test that out tomorrow. It is very close to this game in its genre, very sword and sandals, based in ancient Greek, bit of godly power being thrown around. 8 players. I'd highly recommend coming to watch it if you're about. Thank you very much, Spike. I think, did we XP? Oh, that's it. Nobody's got advances this session. Next session, it looks like it will. So we finished
I know.
the story, which is Horde of the Mountain King. The next chapter, Blood and Sand, starts in 2 weeks' time. I may go live, we'll see. But at the moment, the only game that's scheduled for live is Law. All these games I run will be able to be seen on the videos on the MVP on our website, which is www.gmdonline.co.uk. All this has been made possible by the backing of my patrons, which you can become a member on gmd.co.uk, choose a patronage that you want to do, and you have access to all the games as well, all the footage, everything, the rules, all up there free for my patrons. Okay. Plus, come and join us in our Discord channel. You'll be also to see on the website and the games calendar when the games are being hosted, not just by myself, by other GMs as well. GM Silver Eagle, Hefren, and of Spike, all very popular games. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you, Joe.
Thank you.